What up, guys? Kevin here. So I just want to show off Tales of Symphonia, the PlayStation 4 version being played on PlayStation 5. That needs to be said. Hopefully it looks all right. I have washout issues when I record from PlayStation, so hopefully everything looks good because the game does look good. The game looks great. I have never seen a game get such poor reviews, just demolished in the reviews, than for me to play it and go, oh, yeah, this isn't bad. Actually, it's exceeding my expectations. Tales of Symphonia, the PlayStation 4 version being played on PlayStation 5, is exceeding my expectations. It's exactly what I expect, with a little bit more. Now, I do understand most of the negative stuff is coming from the Switch. I watched somebody play the Switch version. To me, like, yeah, it definitely is the worst version, at least between the three platforms, Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch. But it's a nearly 20-year-old game. When did this game come out? Like 2004? It's a nearly 20-year-old game, and I'm just seeing people complain about what it could have been instead of what the game is. This is Tales of Symphonia. This is one of the greatest, people say the best JRPG on the GameCube. Some consider it the best Tales of game. Some might even consider it the best game of all time. So I am a few hours in. I just got to the desert area. You can watch me get wrecked in this boss fight. But I just want to share, like, my impressions of the game is, well, first off, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this as a Tales of game. Just the chibi looking characters. Oh, this is for the GameCube, so it must be for more aimed at children. But it didn't take a while to watch Lloyd, the main protagonist in the red here, get punched by his father. I'm like, whoa. His daddy just straight up punched his ass. Stepdad, I should say. He's a dwarf. Or is he an elf? Dwarven elf, elf dwarven? I don't know. And you go to a human ranch. There's a human ranch, and that kind of sets everything into place of you getting caught talking to one of the older ladies there. And it's a straight up, they got them pushing bricks and whipping the slave's ass, and you're not supposed to be there, but you're talking to her. You get caught, you mess up some guards, and of course they see who you are. They go to your town, and this is where we're at in the video. They burned it up, and that green thing is the old lady you talk to. So they're doing human experiments there at these human ranches. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is an adult game. This isn't some little kiddie chibi JRPG game, kind of like a Ni no Kuni, which I enjoy Ni no Kuni, the first one, but I'm like, I think I would enjoy it if I have a kid and that could be like their first JRPG they play. No, I'm fully invested now. But let's just get to the technical aspect of this game. The game looks fantastic. This is one of the best looking games. In terms of just eye-catchiness, the color, it just pops. It's so vibrant. Now, I am playing on the Sony A80J OLED TV. This game is, if there is one game I would show off the skill of my A80J OLED, it would probably be this game because it looks terrific. Just the colors pop. Oh, man. Oh, man. I was expecting, and I see the Switch version looks a little dull in its colors. Yeah, the PS4 version, again, played on PS5. Magnificent. It looks great. Performance-wise, 30 FPS. People are complaining about that. I complain about when games are 30 FPS. And I know it was 60 on the GameCube. But I was just thinking today, what if this was just a brand new game that released Friday? What would people think of it? People think, it's a little bit dated, but it's a really nice game. It's a really nice game you should check out. That would be the conversation around this game. It wouldn't be about what it was before or what it could have been. We would review it as is. And as is, I think so far, only a few hours in, I'm going to really enjoy it, and it's a fine little game. It's only $40 as well. People have issue with it being $40, especially when the PS3 version had another game, Dawn a New World or whatever it was called. But again, this is a way for me to play Tales of Symphonia on a modern day console on the cheap. Ish. It's not $60. It's not $70. And it's all, everything about this game is in relation to what it could have been, what was in the past, and what it should have been compared to other games. I'm seeing people compare it to Crisis Core. Is that very fair? I don't know. I would think this game has a more consistent art style, whereas Crisis Core, with all its weird animations and stuff, some of it looked really good and some of it looked really dated. Tales of Symphonia, at least so far, looks what I expected from the remaster. It looks crisp. I wish I got 60. We're not getting 60. Everybody would say, oh, this type of game you don't need to run at 60, but since it did once upon a time, it has to. It has to. I'm okay with being bummed out about it, but to knock points off it, I don't think I'm too down with it. But again, I do like the message we send to developers. Hey, 2023 games need to be 60 FPS. But there's points where I can't even tell just because of the game it is. I can't tell if it's 30 or 60 or whatever. It's a video game. Remember the days when video games were just video games? It wasn't, oh, what resolution is it? What's the frame rate? What's this? What's that? No, it was just a video game. Were you having fun or not? And I'm having fun with this game, especially as I learn the characters. You play as Lloyd here with your friend Genus. And look at these two. This reminds me of Sorey and Mikleo in Tales of Zestiria. Of course, that game came afterwards, but as I play more games, a lot of themes, a lot of rehashing in the type of stories it's telling, I'm starting to pick that up, which I guess in some way I can appreciate. Just it's comfort food. In other ways, it's like, all right, can we do something a little bit different for these future games? Which I would say they have. But still, there's always a yin and yang in these games. Good versus evil. But yeah, I'm enjoying the game. The load times, now I'm playing on a PS5, it must be stated. I'm probably going to get the fastest load times. I don't know about Series X, because I know Series X, the core count has a better CPU processor. So I don't know, maybe it's faster there, but I have no issues with load times. I notice sometimes getting out of a fight, there's like an extra second that I've noticed, but nothing too bad. Nothing too bad. The landscape looks a little smudgy in parts. Not as bad as the Switch. I've seen the Switch and it looks very smudgy. And again, this is really my only experience with the game. I have played the PS3 and the PC version, maybe like 5 hours tops combined. So I can understand people playing those games all the way through. They may have a better say on what this game is or isn't. But for me, I'm just considering this the first time playing Tales of Symphonia. Yeah, this version's great. The PS4 version is excellent. I don't know what else I can ask for. Yeah, there's things I would want, but I'm just going to review the game as it is when I get to the review. But for impression-wise, I think this game is awesome. I am surprised. And I think the PS4 version is getting not so good reviews either. I think it just comes out, oh, they're charging, again, $40. 40. But we used to get Tales of Symphonia and its sequel. Oh, it used to be 60 FPS. Okay, I mean, the game's here. This isn't like a brand new 2023 game. I think Bandai Namco went, hey, this is one of the best Tales of games. We need to bring it to modern consoles. And this is how they did it. Could have been better. Sure, but it's just enough bad conversation out there on this game that I think it's going to make people go, you know what, I'll check out this other remaster, Ishin Like a Dragon. which I almost did after watching all the reviews. I went, all right, I'm not getting this game. I'll get Ishin Like a Dragon. I'm like, no, no, no. I love Tales. I need to play this game. And I'm glad I am. And that game was going to spend $70 to play Ishin Like a Dragon early. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the game, really enjoying the characters. The chibiness of the look, Colette, I don't like the way Colette looks. She looks kind of derpy to me. Yeah, that's really about it. Oh, the main theme is fantastic. Fantastic. I kept skipping it and then I let it roll and I went downstairs. I hear this very electronic kind of techno song going upstairs. I'm like, no way, is that the main theme? Holy shit. And I was just listening to it all night. It's great. Tales of games, their themes are excellent. I think everyone is at least good. But yeah, that's all I got to say about Tales of Symphonia on PS4. If it's landed on like a 68, 9, 70, right now I would give it like an 85. I would give it an 85 as my impression score. I would actually give it maybe a 90 just because it gave me what I expected. And I think they definitely updated the visuals a little bit. It looks sharper, it looks crisper. Really, the only thing I don't like is the skits are not, if you're playing it in Japanese, they're voice acted out. If you're playing in English, which I'm going to keep it in English, the voice acting is pretty good. Sounds a little bit tinny, but again, it's a 2004 game. There's no dialogue at all. They just turn off the dialogue, you just have to read it, and it feels a little lifeless. That's probably my biggest complaint so far. But other than that, I'm having a blast with Tales of Symphonia. It feels good when you look forward to a game and you play it, and it's not only meeting expectations, I just want this video to end so I can go back to play it. I'm going to listen to the theme song, maybe let it roll a couple times, and get back into the game. I got to go find Colette. She's the chosen one and going to regenerate the world. She's going to become an angel. It's really goofy fantasy, and that's why I love JRPGs. They are goofy fantasies. They do take me far, far, far away from this boring, mundane world. And playing on my Sony A80J on a PS5, it's a great experience. I would think if you're not going to get Octopath Traveler 2, maybe you want to pick this up. It's $40. I think it's a great deal. Other people may not. I enjoy it. All right. I'm just going around in circles here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Later.